Hola, bienvenidos. Ready for another fun video? Welcome back to my channel. Soy Señorita Spanish, and if you're joining for the first time, it's great to have you. I make content here on YouTube that helps to prepare you for your Csec Spanish exam. From oral questions to written expression, I'm here to help. And so we're diving right into another video, and today we're focusing on the past paper from January 2021, and we're diving into how to write a perfect dialogue. Here's what you can expect from today's video: an in-depth look into the dialogue question from January 2021, tips on how to make your dialogue flow naturally, a step-by-step guide on how to approach dialogue writing, and common key phrases that you can include in your writing. Let's jump right in. The first thing that we will need to do is to read the instructions very carefully. In the blank spaces provided, complete the dialogue between you and your Spanish-speaking classmate, Pablo. Give your response in Spanish using between 80 and 100 words. Your class will be going on a field trip to the Mexican embassy. You and your classmate Pablo are discussing your preparations before leaving. Responses to all of the cues listed below must be included in the completed dialogue. Your excitement to go on a field trip with your class, information about what you plan to say when you meet the ambassador, organization of items you will take, including lunch, recommendations on what to do after the trip, one thing you are looking forward to doing. So now we have a feel of what the dialogue will be about. Now let's go to the second tip, which is to read the blank dialogue. It's very important for us to get a feel of what exactly are the contents of this dialogue. The dialogue is like a script that we're given, and we're to fill in the missing lines. So the most important tip here that I can give to any Csec Spanish student is to read especially the lines before and after, so that we will know what to include within the spaces here, because usually you get a clue in the next line. Let's see exactly what I'm talking about by reading through this dialogue together. So we're having a conversation with Pablo, and in the instructions it was said that Pablo is our classmate. So, the first thing that Pablo says is, ¿Estás ansioso, ansiosa, como yo, por nuestra visita a la Embajada de México mañana? ¿Cómo te sientes? Now, in your exam, I would skip the reading in Spanish part. You just have to understand what it's saying. So, automatically begin to translate this dialogue. Are you anxious, like I am, for this visit to the Mexican embassy tomorrow? How do you feel? Now, the next thing he says is, I understand how you're feeling. What are you going to say to the ambassador? La señora García nos pidió llevar algo para tomar notas. ¿Qué vas a llevar? Mrs. Garcia asked us to carry something to take notes. What are you going to carry? And for lunch, we will spend 3 hours there. Surely we will be hungry. Yes, bringing something to eat is a good idea. I am going to ask my mother about that as well. Thank you, friend. I almost forgot. How much money will you bring? I suppose that we will visit the mall after leaving the embassy. What do you intend to do when we are there? I heard that in this mall, one can do a lot. Excellent. I also love doing this. Well, I hope that you sleep well with all your enthusiasm or with all your excitement. Until tomorrow, friend. So that's the end of the dialogue, and we have now an understanding of what exactly the conversation is about. Now, a popular mistake that students like to make is that they like to take these cues and just put them on each line. So the first cue they would put here, the second cue they would put in the second line, the third cue they would put in the third line, and that does not work because it doesn't follow necessarily the flow of the conversation. So you are to see the cues as an overview of what to include and not as a chronological order, in that, oh, I should put number one here and number two here. So, what is most important for you to do is to read what is being asked and answer the question. What is being asked or said, and you give your response there as well. And then, when you're through, you take a look at the overview, at the cues once again, to see, did I include my excitement? Did I have information on what I plan to say when I meet the ambassador? Did I speak about the items I will take? Did I speak about lunch? Did I recommend? Did I speak about this? Did I speak about that? This now takes us to the third step, which is to write our responses. Now remember that it's very important to read what comes before and after each line. So just to recap, Pablo had asked us, are you anxious for our visit to the Mexican embassy, and how are you feeling? It's also important to analyze the questions being asked to ensure that we answer the question. We don't just want to jump to the responses when a question was asked because it wouldn't follow up nicely. So we're answering two questions here, which is, are you anxious and how are you feeling? Now, if we go back to the cues, it said that we're feeling excited. So we're not just going to leave it at, oh, yes, I'm anxious, because the cue told us that we're excited. And not only excited, but excited to go on a field trip with your class. So I actually went back and added this because Csec is very particular. If we had only said, oh, we're excited, who knows if they would detract marks for not mentioning to go on a field trip with my class. So let's definitely add this part to be on the safest side possible. So my response was, therefore, claro que sí, estoy ansiosa, pero sobre todo estoy muy emocionada de ir de excursión con nuestra clase. Of course, I am anxious, but above all, I am very excited to go on a field trip with our class. Now, in the next line, he says, I understand how you're feeling. What are you going to say to the ambassador? So I found it a great segue to mention the ambassador here, since he asked us what we're going to say. So I also added, tengo ganas de hablar con el embajador también. I have intentions, or I look forward to speaking with the ambassador as well. And that shows a great connection between the two sentences, because the next thing he says is, oh, I understand how you're feeling. What are you going to say to the ambassador? So I said, well, firstly, I am going to say it's a pleasure to meet you, Ambassador Martinez. Then I will ask him advice about improving my Spanish. Now, nothing Pablo says next gave us a tip or a clue on how to respond here. So that was just me improvising, right? However, if Pablo had mentioned something here that would have given us a tip as to what to say here, we would have definitely needed to mention it. So he didn't say much, so we'll continue responding. Senora Garcia asked us to carry something to take notes. What are you going to carry? And let's look at the next line before I look at the response given, because that's how we have to approach this. And then he said, and for lunch? Okay, so in the instructions, this is another popular mistake. Because this was paired together, organization of items you will take, including lunch. Something that students like to do is to include everything on one line because it was included in one line here. But if we looked at how it is distributed throughout the dialogue, we would have realized that we are to state what we're bringing here, and then we're to talk about lunch in the next line. So that is how I approached it as well. So I stated, I am going to carry my knapsack, my backpack, with a notebook, some pens, and a pencil. That's enough, right? No means right. That's a great conversational insert right there. So we can use it in our writing and in our speaking as well. And this is definitely enough, because all we needed to mention was something to take notes, a notebook, and a pen or a pencil should suffice. Let's go on to the next line. So Pablo asked us, and for lunch, we will spend 3 hours there. Surely we will be hungry. And then in the next line, he says, yes, bringing something to eat is a good idea. I am going to ask that to my mother as well. So this gives us a clue on how to respond here. So we couldn't say we can go out to eat afterwards or something like that because that wasn't mentioned. He said we're going to bring something to eat. So we need to mention that. He also said, I am going to ask my mother about that as well. So we would have mentioned asking her or mother something here as well. So let's see what I said. So I said, tienes razón. That's a great phrase to note. You are right. We will be hungry. So we should carry something to eat. I am going to ask my mother to make me a sandwich or something simple. Good? So that segues nicely to the next line. It follows up with what Pablo says and everything. Now, a smart thing to do is also to use what is said to help us. So you would notice that I repeated a line from here, we will be hungry. So he said, surely we will be hungry. And I said, you are right, we will be hungry. And then he said, bringing something to eat is a good idea. And I entered it up here as well. We should bring something to eat. So use the words and the vocabulary in the dialogue as well to make up your word limit. Good? Let's continue. So before we look at what I said, let's see what Pablo said next, which is thank you. So we would have mentioned something here, right? He said, thank you, I almost forgot. How much money will you carry? I guess that we will visit the mall after leaving the embassy. So we would have mentioned bringing money and we would have mentioned something about what to do after leaving the mall or something along that line. So let's see what I said. Perfecto. Perfect. We will need money as well, right? Senora Garcia told us that maybe we will go shopping afterwards. And I inserted the name of the teacher once again because it was said earlier, and I thought that was a beautiful thing to do because, as I said, the dialogue is a script that you're given, and it's so important to just follow suit, right? So that lines up perfectly. And then he thanked us for that reminder. He said he almost forgot, and he asked us how much money we will carry. Now, this is another popular oversight because it's not in the cues. We tend to miss some of the questions that are asked in the dialogue, right? And it's just as important because he asks us a question, we have to respond to what he has asked. So we're going to ensure that we answer and state how much money we will bring before we comment on anything else, right? So because he said thank you, I said, don't mention it, friend. No hay de que. That's a great phrase to note as well. No hay de que, amigo. Well, I will bring about $5,000 just in case or to be safe. Por si acaso. I recommend that we go to some shops or some stores and to the arcade. All right, now I inserted this line because if we were to go back to the cues at the top, it said recommendations on what to do after the field trip. And although we're talking about going to the mall, there was no real place where I suggested or recommended doing something. So I inserted that recommendation just to be on the safe side. If we were to look at the dialogue so far, it was Pablo that mentioned going to the mall. Now, although I had said it here that Mrs. Garcia told us that we might go to the mall, it wasn't a recommendation, so I inserted it just to be safe. Okay? Because we want to ensure that we have all our cues. All right, we're approaching the end of the dialogue, so let's continue and see how we wrap this up. So Pablo asks us, what do you intend to do when we're there? I heard that in this mall, one can do a lot. Yes, there's a lot to do. For me, I would really like playing video games there. And he says, excellent. I also love doing this. So I said, we could play it together, friend. Podríamos, which is the conditional tense, we could play it together. And this would respond to the final cue. Let's go back up, which says one thing you are looking forward to doing. So I stated that I'm looking forward to playing games at the same arcade that I had mentioned. Now, the final thing that was said, let's see. Well, we have a big day tomorrow, Pablo. Let me go to bed so that it comes soon. And then he says, well, I hope that you sleep well with all your excitement. See you tomorrow. All right, so that's the end of the dialogue. Now, the final thing we need to do is to ensure that we go back to the cues and tick off every single one. This is important to ensure that we have answered everything. So we have our excitement, check. We included information about what we plan to say when we meet the ambassador, check. We spoke about the organization of items we will take. We spoke about taking a notebook, pens, a pencil, and we spoke about lunch. So check and check. We also recommended what to do after the field trip. We spoke about maybe going to a mall. We spoke about playing games at the arcade and looking at different stores. So check. And we mentioned one thing we're looking forward to doing, which is playing games with Pablo at the arcade. So check. We have completed our dialogue. Now for the fun part. Here are some of the key phrases that were used in today's dialogue. Note them, learn them, use them, love them. Claro que sí. Of course. Ir de excursión, to go on a field trip. Tengo ganas de, I look forward to, or I feel like, I want to, and this is followed by the verb in the infinitive. Sobre todo, most of all. Es un placer conocerle. It is a pleasure to meet you. Formal. The informal way would be es un placer conocerte. Pedir consejo, to ask advice. Eso es suficiente. That is enough. No? Right? No as a question doesn't mean no, but it's a question, right? Tienes razón. You are right. No hay de qué. Don't mention it. It's a fancy way to say you're welcome. Déjame, let me. This is followed by the verb in the infinitive. For example, déjame dormir, let me sleep. Déjame ver, let me see. So déjame followed by the infinitive of a verb means let me. Eso es para hoy. Gracias por mirar. All the best as you study for your exams. Until next time, I'll see you in my next. Adios.